This is Irontrader. This is the last call of the day. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Microsoft and NVDA. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell a stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Microsoft. Now you can see here what a really nice, good run this stock is having. As it came down here, you can see the sideways action. But what happens when you do that? It builds energy, okay? And then when she rips up very, very nicely. Now you can see here we've had a high here of 456.16, and now we're just selling off here, but we're holding this key 8 SMA here, which is very, very key. So let's look at the downside here first. So you want to watch that 446.37 on a closing basis. That's going to be very, very key, okay? So when we look at here to the left of the chart, what do we got there is you got 441.85. That's going to be next. And then we're going to come over here to the top of this candle right here. Okay, so you're looking at 438.50. And then we can just work yourself all the way on down here nicely, okay? So what you got there is 436.17. And then we'll come down here to 432.63. And then this is what you're going to be looking for is this 21-day at 431.32. But as long as we're holding that 8-day, this is looking very, very nicely. Now, upside. Well, obviously, what we want to do, we want to look to Friday's high. Okay, that's going to be key. You're looking at 451.43, and then we have 456.16. That's going to be your breakout level here. Okay, so again, if we can break out above that, then what we're going to do is right here. Okay, you got 457.26. That's going to be your next level. And then what we'll do is we can come down here to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 458.86. Then we can rally up here to the top one, 464.78. And then we have 466.46. And then here's the big boy up here is 468.35. And that's the breakout. Now, again, we close above this, then your target's going to be that $500 area. Now, I'm not saying a lot of times it doesn't get right to 500. It gets like, 498 or 4 something like that. So always look at that area there that you want to sell just before that 500 mark, because that's usually like a psychological number, okay? But again, you got to close above this 456.16, and then I think she rips higher. So all your information that you need to know is all your resistance levels and all your upside targets. It's just basically to the left of the chart here very, very nicely. Okay, RSI here, well, you can see how strong this is here. We're hanging right around just below that 70 mark, very, very nicely. Your green is over your red, showing that momentum to the upside. So all you really have to watch here is this right here is this 8-day at 446.37. As long as you hold that, we can do a sideways action to up. If we lose it, then we just follow the candles all the way down. But always look to the left of the chart here. And the reason I say that is when it runs on up here, okay, and then it comes right on down, eventually you're going to break out, okay? So you broke out above this one, you broke out above that candle right there, and that goes to show you now this here is going to be good support levels here when it does sell down. Okay, let's take a look here now at NVDA. Okay, NVIDIA now, you got to figure the whole market is rallying up very, very nicely. The NASDAQ's up 262, okay? Your S&P is up. Your Dow is just coming off here a little bit here now. And the other one that isn't participating is NVIDIA, okay? Now, NVIDIA had a really nice, good, strong run. But what they're saying is that in 2025, that Blackwell chip is going to be huge. But they're worried about the gaming situation. For me, I have no issue with this here. This stock is a buying opportunity here, but what you got to do is just be patient with this. Be patient with this, and there's going to be a huge buying. Now, I'm long the stock, and I also trade this stock, but just be a little bit patient here. This stock is going to be big for 2025, so always just remember that. Okay, so now you can see here, this is what we're looking for at the bottom of this candle. You're looking at that 131.80, which if you just look at that price channel, see there's your 131.80, okay? Now, today, what do we use? We put it a little bit lower than that, okay? We want 130.42, but now where are we? We're right back above right there, that 131.80, very, very nicely. Now, again, we'll look at the downside first. This is going to be key level right here. If it does sell down, it's going to be that 127.92 level. Okay, that's going to be very, very key. Then what we can do is we can just keep following the candles all the way on down here. If it keeps right on going, and then until we get down to that actually that 115.52. If it got down here, this would be a huge buying opportunity. I mean, all in kind of a situation here. But right now here, we're just trading sideways. So downside, just watch that 131.80. That's going to be very, very key. Now, here on the upside, let me bigger up here a little bit, make our life a little easier. Okay, upside here, well, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be looking here for today's high. Look at 134.40. And then we can look at it to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 135.21. We'll look to the bottom of this candle. at 135.80. And then we're going to go right into your big time resistance, which is going to be that 138.11. That's your 8-day. And then we have that 21-day right above it at 131.996 here. Okay. So you really have to get back above the 8-day and that 21-day for this to go higher. Now, again, if we do, then what we can do is we can just look at the top of this candle right here. This is going to be very, very key. That's going to be that 141.82. Then we can just follow these candles all the way up here at 145.70. And then we have 146.54. And then you can work yourself all the way up to the big time all-time high at 152.89 here. Now, again, I say, as long as we're holding this key level right here, this 131.80, we're in good shape. If not, your next level there is just 127.92 kind of level. And then what we do is we can just work the candles down until we hit this 115 level, 52. Now, again, just be very, very patient with this. This is just out of favor right now. What's in favor is Tesla. That's in favor here. Google's in favor. Amazon's in favor. Okay, but eventually this will come back into favor here. So again, just be a little bit patient. Any kind of a downside action like this, if it holds, as long as it holds this 100-day and that 200-day here, this would be huge buying opportunities to take a nice long. Now, RSI, you can see where it's coming right on down here at 40. We got plenty of room to go here on the downside. We've got to see how that shakes out. Your green is below your red. Okay, so this is just coming around down, shows momentum to the downside, but just watch this key level right here. That's going to be key on the downside. 131.80, very, very crucial. And then on the upside here, just watch that 8-day. That's going to be key, 138.08. And then at 21-day at 139.95. And we have that 50-day there, 139.70. So if we can get back above here, all these simple moving average on a closing basis, then we have a good shot at retaking that 152.89. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now you can see here that we're still in a downtrending situation. Okay, so when you look up here, see how we had that double top situation, another double top situation, and then you can just see here where we're just putting in lower highs all the way down. See where we have a high, a lower high, a lower high. See on the big kind of a picture. Now again, seasonality is in play for this here. Now usually we have a pretty good rally going on, and actually we did, because we hit a low here right here on the bottom. You're looking at 66.98, and we rallied all the way up here to today's high at 71.44. So that we did have a nice little rally on up here. So what we're really watching is the same thing we've been watching all day. Okay, is that 70.21? That's a 50-day. That's on the downside. On the upside, just watch that price channel. 71.51. Okay, so right there, watch the 50-day on downside, and then we watch that price channel there on the upside. We close above that 71.51. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come right up here to the top of this candle, 71.81. Then we have right there 72.25. This is what you're looking for, is that 72.88 level. Okay, but again, we got to see how that all shakes out here. Then again, if you can bust above all that there, you know, which I don't think we're going to, but I say if you can, then we just follow the candle, 73.26. We have up here, you got 74.45 level. We come up to the top of this candle. You're looking at 75.08, and then here's the big boy up here, is that 76.10 level, which is your 200-day. But right now, I don't really see that happening, breaking up. Now, next year here with the new president here in the United States, he's going to want to pump like hell for this here and natural gas. It's going to be a whole different world here. So remember, anytime you have a different administration change, you have to go with what's working and what isn't working. Okay, like when the old president came in there, well, there was a lot of stuff working, like charging units that was working, wind, solar, that was all working there. You know, and actually, crude oil, they're pumping more now than they ever did in history there. So you know, all the stuff is always working. But again, when you have a new president coming in here, and I think you know what you're going to do, he's really embracing like the Bitcoin. He's embracing all the technology and all that whole situation there. So again, just trade accordingly, I should say. Okay. So remember, on the upside here, just watch that 71.51. If we can, this is going to be your big get above that. Then your big target is going to be 72.88. On the downside here, just watch that 70.21. If that is say lost, then we're going to come down to that 8-day at 69.30 and that 21-day at 69.14 level here. So okay, so that's what we're doing. Trade between the 50-day and that 100-day. We're trading this here until we either go up or we come right on down. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas here. Now you can see here what a really actually nice trade it was here today. Okay, so what we do is we have this double top in play, 3.56 there and then we have a 3.559. Okay, so we have a double top with a lower high. That's always tell you that's going to sell off. Okay, just as simple as that, because you can't close above that 3.56. So what we did is we sold right off here. Now today we made that lower low. Okay, but if you watch my video this morning, I said just watch these candles here. Look how nice, even though it came down, where did it need to close? Above that 21 day at least, and that's where she closed, above this 21 day. Now we're going to do, let's just take the upside here first. We're looking right there, okay, at 3.23. So when those futures open tonight, okay, you want to watch today's high on the candle, okay, which is obviously 3.25, and the low at 3.14. Now, if you look at the bottom of this candle here, see how this is? 3.13, and what was the low today? 3.14, okay? So this is what your support level was right there, and you can see as it held it very, very nicely. Now, again, if it would lose that support level, then we just follow the candles all the way down here until we come all the way down to the 50-day. But look at the upside here first, okay? So right now we're looking at 3.23. That's going to be very, very key. And then we're going to look at Friday's low at 3.26, okay? And then we're going to come up to the top of this candle at 3.32, and then we'll come up here. You're looking at 3.40, and then we have 3.48, and then we have your big retest up there at 3.56 level, okay? So just because we're down here today for a couple of days here, that doesn't mean this can't rally right back up here, okay? Very easy, because now we're just trading this range. The key level is this 21-day, and the high one is that 3.56. See how nice this is all holding. Now, say we lose that 21-day, okay? You're going at 3.19. Look right here to the bottom of that candle, 3.13. That's going to be very, very key. And then we'll look to the bottom of this candle, 3.06. Then we have right there, 3.03, 3 flat, and then 2.97 level, okay? And if that's lost, then we'll come right here, 2.94, and then we have 2.90, and then we're going to be looking right there at that 50-day at 2.86, okay? But right now here, we're holding that 21-day very, very nicely on a closing basis, okay? So we put a bottoming candle in, just like we did here, just like we did there. So let's just take a look here. If we can get above that key 8 SMA, that's going to be key. Then we can just start rallying all the way up here and maybe even run it right back up to 3.56. So don't have no opinion, just trade the charts. That's what we do here, okay? So RSI here, you're looking at 54. That's not really telling us anything. There's no divergence. There's no nothing here. Right here, this is kind of like flat ski going on. Your green is a little bit below your red, but hell, they're just kissing here like nothing. You know what I'm saying? No big thing. So as long as we hold that 21-day, this is very, very bullish. We just got to get back above this 8-day, and then we can start rallying up higher. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and then whatever else we can throw in the old mix. Now, Bitcoin, I've been just starting to trade this here about the last 2 weeks, and it's working out very, very nicely. I trade the IBIT. It's an ETF. BlackRock sponsors it, but the beauty of what I like about it is it does huge volume. Okay, that's number one. You already done 51 million shares in this here today, and it has 30 billion worth of assets. Okay, so there's no hard, very easy to get in, very easy to get out kind of a situation. Now I think Bitcoin is running. You're up at 10,680 here right now. And I think you're going to hit that 110,000 here very, very shortly here, probably by the end of this week. Definitely by the end of this year here, you'll be up in the 110,000 area here. So it's a really good ETF. It does good volume, and you can trade it and get in and out of it very, very easily. So if you're trading Bitcoin, that's easy. Another one there that you might want to take a look at. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll do it all over again. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.